Department's Criminal Division is looking into a weekend incident in which someone suddenly interrupted a home box office movie on cable. It may have been a sophisticated prank, but as ABC's Bill Blakemore reports, nobody is laughing.
32 minutes past midnight Sunday morning, HBO viewers east of the Mississippi suddenly had their movie, The Falcon and the Snowman, interrupted with this silent message printed over color bars. Good evening, HBO, from Captain Midnight. $12.95 a month? No way. Showtime movie channel, beware. An objection to the price HBO is charging dish owners for access to its recently scrambled programs. The signal got weaker, then, after 4 minutes, the movie resumed. Spokesmen at the HBO Broadcast Center in Long Island are not saying how they got control of their signal back from the intruder, who may never be caught. Someone with access to a large satellite transmission dish, probably in or near the contiguous United States, but untraceable in so large an area, had simply aimed at the appropriate satellite and, using HBO's published frequency, transmitted with more power than HBO, which overrode and replaced the HBO signal. HBO executives decided not to comment in front of news cameras because they don't want to project this as only an HBO problem. They say this is a relatively minor case of a new type of electronic jamming which could threaten several sectors of our society.
This is a problem involving vulnerability on the part of anyone who uses satellites for any kind of communication.
That includes banks with their financial transactions, telephone users, and the commercial TV networks with entertainment and news shows. The Federal Communications Commission is worried.
We take it very seriously. We would prosecute with whatever resources we have.
In a recent HBO movie, intruders broke in on a U.S. president to make a zany sales pitch. That movie was a comedy, but in the wrong hands, this new form of jamming would be no laughing matter. Bill Blakemore, ABC News, New York.
When we come back, white-collar boxing, upper-class uppercuts.
Florida man today faces a $5,000 fine and a year's probation. The man, known as Captain Midnight, illegally interfered with an HBO satellite transmission last April. Robert Hager has the story.
John MacDougall, #1 on the Federal Communications Commission wanted list. The Federal Communications Commission? It was MacDougall, the agency said, who interrupted an HBO movie with the message, "Good evening, HBO, from Captain Midnight. $12.95 a month? No way." A reference to HBO's newly imposed charge to anyone wanting to unscramble its satellite transmissions. And MacDougall's sale of backyard satellites like these had been hurt because HBO was charging to unscramble the pictures. MacDougall also happened to work part-time at the Central Florida Teleport, a satellite ground station in Ocala, Florida. And here's how the FCC said he did it. From Long Island, New York, HBO transmits its movies by bouncing its signal off a satellite to homes and cable companies. From Ocala, MacDougall sent a stronger signal to the same satellite, substituting his message for HBO's transmission. Of 2,000 ground stations, the FCC determined only 500, like Ocala, had enough power to manage this. Only a dozen of those had the machine to print the letters just the way MacDougall's message was printed. And only one wasn't doing other business at the time of the interruption. Confronted, MacDougall confessed to the FCC TV cops. And although the agency says his action, if it disrupted military or telephone communications, could be a very serious business, in this case, he'll get off with a $5,000 fine. Robert Hager, NBC News, Washington.
And that's the latest news from here in the colonies. Now back to London and Brian.
All right, John Palmer, thanks very much. This is the last time we will hear from you today, I understand, so have a good one. We're going to come back in just a moment. We've still got much more to go from London as we continue with our special coverage of the royal wedding. Give her a royal kiss. We'll come back. This is Today on NBC.